Hello guys, welcome back. Um, I didn't really want to make this video. I've been thinking about it for a while. And as you guys know, every so often I go around the world to see what certain people think about things. I think we all know. And I've been struggling lately with if when I got into working with Loki more, I had no idea how poisoned a certain well was. And I'm being very careful because I know how beloved this person is to a lot of people. And I'm not trying to badmouth them, that's not the point here. And it's made me question what I feel for the gods, if I feel anything, and if I think this person is just more than a little crazy. Do I think the gods even exist, and so forth and so on. And one thing this individual had done is grab onto the gay community because suddenly they decided that all people like them had to defend gay people, not because they're good people, but because it makes them look like less of a Nazi. That is basically the reason they put out. And they're attacking Nazis not because it's the right noble thing to do, but because it makes them look like less of a Nazi. Which makes me think they are a Nazi, they just don't want to be labeled in with those Nazis. They're a person that's gotten really extreme, to the point of insanity. And they have harmful practices, which we've discussed before, that I've told you in my personal experience. I don't think the gods call for, and I think we would have to have a serious discussion on mental illness and what it can look like when it's undiagnosed, untreated, and is passed off as religion. And I'm saying that as someone that's been suicidal, hallucinating, to the point where I was thinking and interacting with beings that weren't there. So, it's not like I'm trying to be the pot calling the cauldron black. I know what it's like to battle with mental illness, but I also know what it's like to lose the battle temporarily, because there's always hope, and to have it take over and color your worldview. And last night and this morning, I had just had enough of Odin, because this person thinks that they're Odin's personal mouthpiece on this planet. And it wasn't just that. It was the minimist, it was all the hate groups and everything else. Gods like Odin, gods no, attract extremists. And I had to deal with a lot of that. And I told him, I don't think I can serve you anymore. I don't think I can love you anymore. I've had nothing but good, gentle experiences with you. But if this is also a part of you, you're a monster, and I can't serve you. And he felt very upset and shocked and hurt because he thought we got over all of this. And not in a making it trade way. He thought I knew him better than that. And Loki was upset and all the gods were upset. And Thor, I got the sense of, Thor was like, why are you picking a holiday? Because we're possibly going to a strawberry festival sometime today to have this out. I said, well, it's been building a long time and we're going to a church of all things for the strawberry festival. I say, as a gay person, that does bring back a lot of nightmarish scenarios. And I said, I think I'm just tired of gay people being grabbed onto by people to make themselves look better. And they really don't love or accept us at all. In fact, you can tell they think there's something deviant and wrong with us. But they'll defend us because they have changed themselves into this white knight in their own mind, which actually scares the hell out of me, because those are the people you have to watch. Those aren't actual allies. As a gay person, you do have to learn who's an actual ally and who's someone you should be scared of, and the moment they enter the room, if it's possible, you leave. We've all known people like that. They're your ally until, or they're your ally, but you sense some kind of danger from them, honey, get away from them. They're not your ally. Um, Real allies don't drag you out of the closet every time they are making a point or trying to point out they're not a Nazi. I've always sensed an undercurrent of hate with this individual. A lot of hate. And so it was not the best moment in my relationship with Odin. And I said, I don't think I can serve you. I don't think I can love you. And the heavens didn't open. The Valkyries didn't come down with, kegers and say, here, let's have a party, let's discuss this out. Odin just kind of shrugged rather sadly, and he's like, well, if you want to leave, go. I think he's used to it in the fact that extremists tend to drive everyone away from Odin. Now, before you panic, the channel's not going anywhere. Loki's certainly not going anywhere. And I told Odin, I said, I just need time. I said, every so often, as human beings, we should examine how we feel for our gods. And I said, I don't want to be naive and going around wearing rose-colored glasses and seeing you as this kindly, loving God that I've always experienced, even though it'll kick my ass for me every so often, when there's this possibility that you're this horrible monster that wants... I hate the term God slaves. And I said, I think that's repugnant, and that's, the opposite of everything I stand for. And, so that wasn't happy, but I had to have it out with him. And I told you guys, I was shown with the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as a gay person, it definitely did affect me. If they were just randomly out there, I think I could ignore it. But, also, they're the person that was waving the torch about the comic books. And they lumped comic book readers in with neo-Nazis. And I thought, you've officially taken the train to Crazy Town and become the mayor, bitch. But, I'm trying to be diplomatic, and it's really hard because as a gay person, it sucks ass to have people grab you and say I'm less of a Nazi because I'm grabbing onto the gay community. And I'm like, bitch, please don't touch me. It's creepy. No, I like chicks, but not in the way you want me to. Let me go. So... I think I got a smile back here. But yeah, guys, as a gay person, I found it very fucking creepy. We need allies, but we need people that are just either leave us the hell alone, that's good enough, or will support us. You don't have to drag us out of the closet kicking and screaming and use us to make yourself look good. It doesn't make you any better a person to be a gay ally. It's great, but... be a gay ally for the right reason. Be an ally because you actually care about other people's struggles. Don't be an ally because you think it makes you look like less of a Nazi. Because the more you say I'm not a Nazi and grab me, the more I'm like, honey, you're a Nazi. Just admit it. You don't like Jews. You don't like a lot of people. You don't like people that read comic books. God damn, this speech from you sounded better in the original German. I'm like, you want to get rid of comic books and films and everything else, and you're hysterically interested in the gay community? God damn it, woman, I think you are a Nazi. So there, I said it. A gay person said it. And I'm probably gonna get so much hate, but I'm like, stop grabbing the gay community for your personal agenda. It's creepy. Pardon me. And it was something I had to say. Now, I actually just pity this person because I do think they have mental illness. And I think instead of getting the mental illness treated, they've let it blossom into a religion. And unfortunately, they are a person that has influenced so much of heathenry that's why I won't go near heathenry. I think it's a poisoned well at this point. I think there are a lot of good heathens, but I think once you find the well's poison, you stop drinking from it too. So it's like, I don't know, and it's one of those things that I'm going to have to do some spiritual re-examination now, because unfortunately they were the loudmouth of the heathen and as a true community at the time that I started working with Loki again. I'm like, I have to go back and see how far back did the well start getting poisoned. Was it always poison? And if so, do I have to reject everything? And how the hell do I know which beliefs I picked up along the way came from that poison well and what came from a healthy source. I find her text as boring as dust. I might be going back and just reading them again. I don't know. But it's something you have to do, guys. If you reach a point where you disagree with someone, and I'm including myself here, you have to walk away and say that's not good for me. Apparently they're good for a lot of people, and a lot of people like the idea of being enslaved, and I cringe inside as someone that studied history is well aware that it's a bunch of white people talking about being slaves. I just cringe and I want to curl up in the corner, and I wonder if it's too late to go jump back into the closet some days because of stuff like this. But yeah, there's billions of reasons I think that term doesn't work. And that's one of them. I've never seen anyone who wasn't white use the term. Let me put it that way. And I'm like, oh, stars and stripes and everything nice. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. That was a lot better than me screaming into a microphone. And Odin and I had discussed it, and I said, I don't care who he works with. I don't have a right to tell a god you can love this person, you can't love that person. But I said it's a thing if you work with Odin. You do have to sometimes go back and look at these people. And I think what sunk this person's battleship is they claim to work with Loki. And if you actually work with Loki, the first thing he's going to do is help you stop self-harming. And he's going to try to make you better. This is also where that poison twisted version of Loki comes from. If you've wondered where it comes from, it also comes from that same poison well. So it's a lot to think about. And I'm not saying that to make people feel unwelcome, but I think it's something we don't talk about. We don't talk about mental disease and what it looks like when it blooms into a religion. We really don't. Unfortunately, that's what I think I'm seeing. If I'm wrong, and I apologize, but it really seems like, and this is as a person that's gone to enough psychiatrists to fill a hospital, it looks to me like a mental disorder just was never treated and it bloomed, and I feel compassion for the person. I feel sorry for them, but I also don't think they should be, not that they don't have the right to free speech, but I also don't think they should be teaching people to self-harm, and that's something the gods request, and they've seen disturbing and unwholesome for a while, and that's all I can say about it. And I didn't want to make the video, I really didn't, but as a gay person, I'm like, God damn it, get your hands off me. Stop dragging me and the rest of the gay community into this battle you have with the neo-Nazis and apparently people that read comic books and whatever the fuck is bothering you today, so... I can hear the unsubs now. I'm like, you know what? As a gay person, I am sick of this. People keep dragging us into these battles that don't give two shits about the gay community. So, I don't know. I had to say that. So, I'm sorry if that upsets some of you, but it needs to be said, I think. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.